Sherrill McNeil Jr., aka Commander. Welcome to another SMJ broadcast. I'm your host, Sherrill McNeil Jr., your aka Commander. And thank you once again for joining me another broadcast here today. And I just want to give God the thanks and glory for allowing me to make it another year, another Thanksgiving. And that's a time of the year that you can thank God for everything, because it's Thanksgiving. Thank Him for the food on the table, because I could have been without food that day, and I thank Him for giving us food and be around family and friends too. So I just want to give Him thanks on that. Even though my sister did rob us this year for not giving us greens, I think that's illegal. I think she need to go to jail for that though, because greens is the staple of Thanksgiving. But anyway though, I still had a good time and everything though. But I hope you enjoyed the last video I made. That was the Losing Your Salvation Part 3. I hope you got something out of that. And this broadcast is to help those around the world to know who Jesus Christ is and to send out a message. And I do different things on broadcasts about music ministry. I'll be doing music, and also I'm going to do other stuff like put how to make beats and stuff like that. I maybe get more into those videos, because this broadcast is going to have a lot of stuff. It's not just going to be geared to one thing. I'm going to bring a lot of stuff. I have interviews with other people and stuff on different topics and stuff like that. So I just want to give you, I want to just give you all thanks for being able to listen to this broadcast and be able to have time to be able to have time in your day to be able to listen to this broadcast. But let's get straight to it today, because I had a question from a listener today. Put the timer on here because I ain't gonna spend too much time. I had a question from a listener today I'm gonna get to today, and let's get straight to it. The topic today, and this is a question from my listener. I don't know if it's he or she though, but I'm just say they. Sometimes I probably refer to a he or she, so don't get offended if I did that, if I do that to you. But the question was, the topic was, what were some of the steps that you took to learn the piano, and was it hard to learn the piano? Let me repeat that just in case you didn't get it. It says, what were some of the steps you took to learn the piano, and was it hard to learn it? This is a good question though. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but this is a good question. It's more like just an information video here, but it's a good question, because piano, when I learned it, I had every time I listen to a song or sort, it didn't always have to be like a worship song or a gospel song, but when I hear a certain song, I always try to pick out the piano part out of it. I said, man, look at that. You hear that? You hear that piano part, you hear that instrument, what it's doing. And I just had so much passion by hearing that, and I wanted to know how to play that because it sounded so good. I always picked out the instruments out of the music and hear what it sounded like. And that's how I kind of got started in trying to get into music and how to play music. And plus, when I used to go, when I went to church early in my life, when I went to church though, I always hear like the piano player always hit some certain key, like a minor key, or it could be a major key. And I said, "Oh, that sounds good. I don't know how he does that, or she does that." And it just got me influenced in trying to learn and stuff like that. So I think for me, when I started to learn piano, one of the steps that was real important, you must have a direction in where you want to go. I mean, what kind of musician you want to be. What I mean by that though, do you want to do sight music, read music? Do you want to play by ear? And that's kind of important, because you want to have a sense of direction on what your skill level and your skill set is at, or what you want to learn really. Because sometimes, many people is anointing by know how to play music, and anointed by God know how to play music. Sometimes, when you're anointed by God, He does give you the direction where you want to go. Sometimes you got to look at it that way too, because I have to, go to Him to see what direction you want me to go. And one of the important things I try when I first started was by sight reading. I read music at first by just reading music. Then when I laid down the road, I kind of want to do it by playing by ear because most of the churches today play by ear. Really, the music is by chord charts, like the A minor or a D7, or you have a D minor seven, and it just shows the letter. So you have to play it by chords. So I think sight reading and hearing playing music was really important, and this is what was really important for me too, because I think it's three types of musicians. Um, Musicians that know how to play at an event. It could be at a church event, or it could be at a concert, or any event that have music. I think that's the first type of musician who know how to play in front of people, who know how to play music in front of certain events and go to a certain event. It's like a performance. So I hate to hear performance because because some people say no, you should not be playing at churches for a performance. Yeah, that's true though. I'm just using it as just as an example. I'm not trying to do a performance, meaning that you're going to perform in front of the audience by just trying to get some kind of credibility or something like that. I think the second thing is a studio musician. That's the second type of musician, studio musician, meaning that this musician know how to play music and everything, but he mostly play music during the studio time, recording himself, recording his composition on a DAW software. A DAW software is nothing but a software on a computer that's able to record your sounds, your audible sounds, your audio sounds, your wave format. You got your AIF format and stuff like that, and you got your DAW programs such as Logic, Pro Tools, and Odyssey and stuff like that. But I use Logic Pro 9 though. But that's a studio musician who can be able to play on software and be able to record yourself and get an album out and everything, and put his composition on the CD for production for people can hear it. That's the second type of musician. The third type of musician also, I think, is the third type of musician, is a programming musician who really only they know how to play though, but really they know how to make sounds, like waveform sounds. They know how to make sounds on their keyboard. They know how to mix sounds, make it sound real good. And that's like the third type of musician, because I got certain sites that I go to, like Plugin Guru, who makes sounds. Man, he makes some awesome sounds. So I think I downloaded like a couple of his sounds though. He just makes some awesome programming sounds. So I just downloaded him and put it into my machine and my computer, and I'll be able to play it. Now, why I say that is you must have a system direction, because everybody's not a musician that can be able to play in front of people. Some people's got know how to make music on a software, be a studio musician. Some people's got that skill set to do that. Some people's got a skill set just to be a programmer, and some people just have all those skill sets to do everything. And for me though, I started out, playing at the church when I was younger, and so I'm kind of used to know how to play in front of people's. But later down the road, I also start getting myself involved in making music on software. I love doing that. Some reason I just like doing that, making music on my software, recording it, and be able to arrange it and compose it on the software. I'm starting to like that more and more. Now, programming though, I'm still new at that. I'm not really. I haven't dove deep down into programming my sounds, making my own sounds yet. I'm gonna start to do that though. I got so much on my plate that I like to still do though, because music takes your time and everything. So this was just the directions that I had in my mind when I started, and what directions I wanted to go. And another thing too, before my time out here, let me see how much time I got here. Ooh, sorry, 9 minutes. But the other thing I think is another 3 important steps is you must have patience. You must have patience. That's the first step, having patience. I think that's an important step for me, because when you play music, you must have patience, because it's not when you learn any sheet music, and you maybe a person can pick up stuff real quick, but I'm talking about me, in this standpoint here, because when you when you have patience, it's a key thing, because you're able to when frustrations come, you're able to overcome frustrations, because there's going to be many nights, many days when you're playing that you're going to say to yourself, man, I can't get this certain part. I'm playing over and over again, but I can't get it. I'm just keep it real though. It seems like you just want to like pick up your keyboard and just throw it. So certain parts, certain things, sometimes you just have to be patient doing music, because you must cultivate your God-given talents and your skill sets to be able to have that patience, to be able to cultivate your skill sets, so that you can be able to get the part right. And patience is the key thing, because without patience, you're kind of wasting your time, because you're gonna get frustrated real easy. Then you're gonna just say, I don't want to do this no more. I just want to give it up. So patience was the key thing for me in playing, is having patience. Another second thing is having the passion to do it. I think that's important, because like I said at the beginning, when I heard certain sounds and stuff like that, I like that. I had to learn that sound to see how they get that sound, or how they play that sound, or this chord they hit. I had that passion for it. So when you have that passion, and for me, I have a passion to play for the Lord anyway. But when you have that passion, it really helps that, because passion goes a long way, because that means you want to continue to do it. You have a passion, you have a diligency. That's a word, diligence. A diligency. Yeah, that's a word though. But you have a diligence, or I'm trying to think of a word. It can't come to mind right now. But you have the urgency to be able to learn certain stuff, and you have that passion to do it. So passion is the key, because if you don't have a passion, what's going to happen is you're going to pick up your instrument, you want to try to learn it, and sooner or later, when something gets hard or it gets rough down the road, and this is doing life situations, you're just going to give up and just say, no, I don't have the passion for this. This is boring to me. I'm just going to give up. So you must have that passion for music, I think. And this is just from my standpoint. Another thing, a key thing, I don't know, this could be the most important, but it may be not though. I think all these keys is the equal in rank, because the third thing, you must practice, and have discipline too. Okay, discipline and practice go hand in hand. Because practice, you must set aside the time to be able to practice. You ain't gonna get better just out of the realm of nowhere if you don't practice. So you must set aside time to be able to practice to learn music. And if you can't set aside the time to practice, then you're wasting your time. Like I know some people say that take 15 minutes out of the day to practice. For me, that was good starting out 15 minutes. But as time went on, though, I see 15 minutes was enough time for me to learn a piece. Especially if the piece is complicated and something that I'm learning is kind of perplex or complex, then it's going to take me more time to learn it. So I start spending more like an hour or 2 hours a day to start practice. Now my routine is I don't practice 7 times out of the week. 7 days out of the week. I must have that relaxed time. I try to practice at least about five times during the week, because of my schedule. And some people, and the person who asked the question could have the same schedule I do. Timely though, could have the same schedule like I do. Like you have to go to work, or for me, I have to go to work. Sometimes I have to go to school too, to be able to and to do ministry at my church too. So you must got to govern your time and what you can do. And practice is the key thing. For me, I think 15 minutes is good though, but later down, I had to have more time to set aside to learn music. And if you have a mindset that you're going to only go and practice once a week, I don't know if that's going to work pretty good, work too good with learning the keyboard, because what it is if you start getting the habit that, no, I don't want to practice today. I'll just practice next week. And only practice one day of the week, and you start getting the habit that, I'm going to practice every other week. You're really wasting your time in practicing, because I'm just keeping honest with you. It seems like for me, though, music and piano, when it comes to musical instruments, you must have to practice at least every day, or at least about 5 times or 4 times of the week for me to be able to start learning the music and be able to learn the piece. And that's just my opinion there. And discipline and practice go hand in hand, because you must have that discipline to set aside the time to be able to learn your piece, to be able to learn your chords, be able to learn your scales and everything, or you ain't gonna go nowhere. So practice is the key thing, I think. We learn the keyboard. And the last thing I want to get to is, when you learn your music, for me though, I'm not a prideful person who's trying to compete against anybody. So I learned that right away, not to be prideful, not to try to compete against with another musician. Because you see a lot of churches today. I'm not saying every church is that. It seems like when a musician gets on the keyboard, he's trying to show out and try to compete against the other musicians. Sooner or later, you say, "Oh, can you step aside? I'm gonna show you what I got." It's more like a competition than a worship or a praise to God. So I think prideful is not a good thing to have in a musician, because you start to compete against each other. Because I think all of us have something to learn from each other, and that's what I have a mindset. Because when I go out here to the internet, YouTube, when I hear stuff, so, I gotta let me get the knowledge on how to learn that, because I can take something out of that and apply it to my skill set, to my musicianship, to be able to grow better. So I think being humble, be able to learn from each other, is a great game. Because for me, it's just a great game to learn from each other, not to be prideful in competition. It's too much competition and trying to see who's better, who have the better licks, who have the better grace notes and stuff like that. So I think being humble and just learning from each other, from knowledge and wisdom, is a good thing about building your musicianship. Well, that's time up. My clock, my timer on my phone went off. So I'll maybe come back next week and expand more on this question. But I hope that helped out on the meaning of the steps to take when playing music, and also, is it hard to play music? I'll maybe come back more next week about was it hard to play music. I'll probably expand that more and more on next week's topic. And I'll probably have more topics doing this week. I probably won't wait next week. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you out. And if y'all anybody who have any topics or any questions, you can ship it to me to my email address at sjbroadcast@hotmail.com. You can ship it there. And if you like these videos, you can always subscribe to my videos also too, if you like hearing these videos and like listen to them. But anyway, though, remember, He is loving. Jesus Christ is. He is the Lord and the King of Kings, and He lives forevermore. This is the SMJ broadcast. This is your AKA Commander.